Hey guys, the new expansion Scholomance Academy has been revealed, including a new keyword Spellburst in dual class cards. Spellburst means friendly minions have a one-time trigger when you cast a spell, and the dual class cards can be played across two classes. 40 of the 135 cards will be dual class, with 4 from each of the following combinations: Druid and Hunter, Hunter and Demon Hunter, Demon Hunter and Warlock, Warlock and Priest, Priest and Paladin, Paladin and Warrior, Warrior and Rogue, Rogue and Mage, Mage and Shaman and Druid. So far there's been 14 cards revealed. Let's go through them. So the first one is Shando Wildclaw, which is a 3 mana 3/3 for Hunter and Druid. Choose one, give beasts in your deck +1/+1, or transform into a copy of a friendly beast. I think this could be the new Keleseth for Highlander Hunter if a few more beasts are printed to go with the current beasts that you're playing, which could be Fade Stalker and Zigzor, for example. And then the transform into a copy is also good in Highlander Hunter, because on 10 mana you can play Dino Tamer Bran and then copy the King Crush for 16 damage. Then on the Druid side, if you play some Ramp Druid or Big Druid, you play Winged Guardian and you can copy that as well. The next card, One Thief, 1 mana 1/2 for Mage and Rogue. Combo, discover a Mage spell. I think this goes into a lot of decks. It's cheap and versatile. You can get damage from like Fireball or Frostbolt. You can get AoE, which Rogue doesn't really have much of. And you can also get a really big spell like Power of Creation. So I think it's a really good card. Rattlegull, Warrior Legendary minion, 9 mana 9/9, Deathrattle, resummon this with -1/-1. So very sticky, but it's probably crap. A control deck can just silence it, and an aggro deck can just go phase. If you're probably already winning if you can afford to play it. If something costs more than 6 mana, it has to do something immediately, otherwise it's just bad. Nature Studies is a 1 mana druid spell. Discover a spell, your next one costs 1 less. This slots right into Spell Druid. You can get your Ramp early, you can get your Glowfly early, you can get extra stuff for the big Mount Seller turns, so I think it's good. Wretched Tutor is a neutral 4 mana 2/5 with Spellburst, deal 2 damage to all other minions. So Spellburst means when you cast a spell, it'll do the 2 damage to all other minions. So this card seems alright. I don't know what you play it in, but it can clear Glowfly, Swarm and Demon Hunter tokens and all that sort of stuff. And even if they don't have anything on board, it's a threat similar to Mage's Imprisoned Observer, because they don't want to play into it either. Transfer Student is a 2 mana 2/2 which has a different effect on which game board you're on, so what you can click on around the board or whatever. There's 25 boards, so I won't be going into every single effect, and 9 of them are in standard at the moment, and the last one will come out when Scholomance comes out. If you look at the effects, which will be in the description, it's a bit like a Lackey but beefed up, so I think it'll be really good in Highlander. I don't know if you'll just play it as a 2-off in some aggro deck or whatever, but if you've got 30 cards to look for, I think this fills a spot. Diligent Note Taker is a 2 mana 2/3 minion for Shaman with Spellburst, return the spell to your hand. So I think you can play this in a burn style of deck with Lightning Bolt and Lava Burst, double up your face damage. And you can also try and play it in Control, get an extra Earthquake back, but I'm not sure if you can afford to wait an extra 2 turns and then just kill off your minion just to get another Earthquake. Or Haggath's Scheme, it's like 2 mana, get another Haggath's Scheme. I think the best way to use it in a control deck would be with Lightning Storm, so maybe that'll work, but Control Shaman's not great at the moment. Goody Two Shields is a 3 mana 4/2 Paladin minion with Divine Shield and Spell Burst, gain Divine Shield. And this is what pure Libran Paladin was looking for. It goes great with Hand of Adal, it goes great with Libram of Wisdom, and it's also just a 3 mana 4/2 Divine Shield, so by default it can trade into 2 minions, and then with the Spell Burst you can trade into 3. It's really good. Cult Neophyte is a 2 mana 3/2 neutral minion with Battlecry. Your opponent's spells cost 1 more next turn. I think this is pack filler. It's like Lothab except it doesn't work. Like 1 mana increase on an AoE normally doesn't matter. And then if you just play it as a 2 mana 3/2, it probably doesn't disrupt anything if you just play it on turn 2, so I think it's pretty bad. Lightning Bloom is a 0 mana spell for Druid and Shaman. Gain 2 mana crystals this turn only, overload 2. So this is like pre-nerf Innovate but with overload. I think you can play this in Spell Druid. You can cheat out your ramp, you can cheat out Glowfly, you can play extra stuff with your Mount Seller, and then you can also potentially go with Malygos in either Shaman or the Druid, because they have enough burn spells and this gives them up to 14 mana on turn 10, which means they can unleash 30 damage easily. And there's also just the whole double Lightning Bloom, some stupid combination. If you get really lucky on turn 1 to just win the game, you can go like Lightning Bloom into a Muck Morpher and then get something stupid out. I think I saw someone saying Lightning Bloom, Muck Morpher into Kael'thas into Eye of the Storm. It's an absurd turn 1, but you have to get so lucky that it will never happen. Devolving Missiles is a 1 mana spell for Mage and Shaman. It says, shoot 3 missiles at random enemy minions that transform them into ones that cost 1 less. So it's like Arcane Missiles crossed with Devolve, except it's even more RNG. I think you've got to run it because it's powerful. You get the silence effect, you get the debuff on the stats sort of effect, but this variance is going to be so stupid. I don't really like the design, but it is a good card. Troublemaker is an 8 mana 6/8 warrior minion that says at the end of your turn summon 2 3/3 ruffians that attack random enemies. So I guess they didn't learn their mistake from printing Priestess of Fury, because this seems like Priestess of Fury but just printed again. Maybe the 1 mana increase makes a big difference, but you also potentially get to stick the extra minions if they don't die in the trades or they go face. So I think Troublemaker can make it into some sort of mid-range warrior. Depends what other cards they print. First Day of School is a 0 mana paladin spell. Add 2 random 1-cost minions to your hand. This seems similar to Firefly. If you look at standard 1-drops, the average is a 1.3 attack, 1.7 health, ignoring any of the card text. So but the advantage over Firefly is, say you get a 1/1 and a 1/3, you can pick to play the 1/3 first because it's better. So I think it's decent. And then if you look back at the 3 mana minion we just looked at, the Goody Two Shields, it's a good cheap trigger for the Spell Burst, which means it definitely can see play in that pure Paladin deck. Then the last card in this list, Onk's Mage Scribe, 6 mana 4/9 neutral minion, Spell Burst, add 2 random spells from your class to your hand. This has clearly got a lot of value while still having vanilla stats. Maybe you could run it in Quest Warlock to replace Dragon Queen since she got nerfed, so you have a consistent activator for Nether Breath and Craze Netherwing. Or you could play it in Spell Druid for Breath of Dreams consistency, and it's also really good with Ironbark because you pay 6 mana for a 5/12 taunt while getting 2 extra spells for your Mount Seller turns. It might be a bit slow, but it's also just seems like it should be played somewhere. Thanks for watching the first card review. I'll be doing more as more cards get revealed, so make sure to subscribe to the channel.